Jiang Mingyu's kick was thrown off the number 1 player and flew because of the strong attack. Jiang Mingyu mocks the number 1 player because he couldn't defend himself and hold his sword properly when he attacked him. A magic fire bullet was fired directly at number 1 player as Jiang Mingyu wanted to taste number 1's own medicine because of what he did to other players. Even if the number 1 player has not got up for Jiang Mingyu's attack, Jiang Mingyu continues to land an attack on him. Jiang Mingyu was about to kick the number 1 player, but the number 1 player defended himself with his arms and had his bone broken by the kick. As he was attacked by Jiang Mingyu, he told him to kneel as he couldn't take the pressure from the attack. The number 1 player screamed in pain as the whole arena saw him get attacked by Jiang Mingyu. The senior magician and the number 38 player were shocked as they looked at Jiang Mingyu mercilessly handled number 1 player that's been targeting him from the start. Number 1 player lays on the ground with multiple injuries he had after all the attacks from Jiang Mingyu which he could not defend. Jiang Mingyu smirks as he mocks him for being able to scream. Jiang Mingyu has obtained 100 awe points after the last hit on the number 1 player, and thought that number 1 had an intention to kill him in his mind when he backstabbed him and charged straight to him. Jiang Mingyu's fire power were released on his fist and was ready to take revenge on what he did on his back and was already ready to punch him. Jiang Mingyu attempted to take a last hit on the number 1 player as it was still unconscious laying on the ground. As he was ready to take a punch on the number 1 player, the examiner, Hai Lai, stops his fist with her rope and told him to stop. Hai Lai stopped Jiang Ming for hitting number 1 player because if Jiang Mingyu's fist had hit number 1, it could be the end of his life, and Jiang Mingyu will surely be held responsible. Jiang Mingyu looks at Hai Lai in a viscous way and asks her if he was threatening him because of what she had said. He looked at examiner Hai Lai and asked her again if he was threatening her as of the moment because of what he was about to do to number 1 player. Hai Lai told him that he can't complain because she was the examiner, therefore the arena exam area was her territory, and she's the one making rules which he was obliged to follow. She also told him that she might not be the one threatening him but the number 1 player's family. If Jiang Mingyu had killed number 1 in the arena, he will be in trouble by the match or by his family. The Dechuan family has known to have a large influence in their country in both business and political organization, which makes them one of the large organizations of the country. If Jiang Mingyu killed a member of the Dechuan clan, he might not be let off easily, and the organization will surely get revenge for what he's done. Jiang Mingyu thought that examiner Hai Lai was concerned about him when she stopped him from finishing number 1 player, but he's afraid that number 1 player would not let him go once he recovers and surely will also get revenge on him. Hai Lai thinks that him stopping Jiang Mingyu is the least she can do, and number 1 player would be the one after him if he let him go and not the whole Dechuan family if he killed him the player exam, and asked Jiang Mingyu if he has the ability to fight against the Dechuan family. Hai Lai tells Jiang Mingyu to fight him first if he wants to continue number 1 player. The number 38 player thinks that number 1 player was arrogant and bullies people because he's from a large organization. Other players from the arena gossips about number 1 player's actions and thought that he was being favored because he's from the Dechuan family, and even the examiner Hai Lai helped him by stopping Jiang Mingyu from finishing him off. Even though examiner Hai Lai told him to stop, he ponders that he could not kill number 1 because his skill, the spirit shock, is on cooldown and it will be available in 24 hours, so he can't kill him in front of examiner Hai Lai. Jiang Mingyu immediately realizes that if he has killed number 1 player due to his overwhelmed emotions, and if examiner Hai Lai did not stop him, the Dechuan might really come after him for revenge, or worst, his family might also be in danger. Jiang Mingyu decides to surrender and told Hai Lai that he does not have the ability to fight him, and obeys Hai Lai to let number 1 go and ask Hai Lai to release her whip from grabbing his hands. The examiner, Hai Lai, had agreed to let him go and told all the players that the player exam will still continue and told the medical team to take number 1. Jiang Mingyu was in relief that even though the examiner pressured him into fighting her for number 1 player, he was glad Hai Lai stopped him and avoid getting into a bigger problem. Jiang Mingyu finally realizes that he was still too weak to fight early with players from a strong family because he knows that in their world, the strong ones are the kings. Jiang Mingyu thinks that if he were strong enough to fight the Dechuan family, he would not even dare to stop killing number 1 player. As the time in the second round exam has finished, all the players who survived the second round rejoice as they passed the exam and would get their player certificate. The staffs announced that players who passed the exam can leave the arena and go to the redeem area to get their player certificate. Finally, after all the effort and hard work, Jiang Mingyu has already been qualified and got his player's certificate. He was glad to get the certificate and can also join guilds even though he was ranked as an E-rank warrior. Jiang Mingyu rejoices and thinks that joining guilds and being a qualified player will make tons of spirit stones waving at him. Jiang Mingyu looked at the system and was happy that after the 2 rounds of exam he gained many awe points and also leveled up by 12. After defeating the Dechuan player, he received a big 200 points at once. Jiang Mingyu still have 12 undistributed points and thinks of saving it so he can use it if a critical solution has arisen. As he looked at the Abyss system, he realizes that the system can upgrade using Spirit Stones, but he will try to obtain Spirit Stones first and try if it will affect 2 or more times the better for him. Jiang Mingyu wonders that his overall combat ability should be around the level of a C-rank player, and defeating Dechuan was his limit because he was lucky and Dechuan underestimated his ability. He thinks that Dechuan would not let go off people easily, especially him, who almost killed Dechuan. Jiang Mingyu was worried that he had shown all of his trump cards to Dechuan, and if he ever encounters with him again, he will surely attack him with a plan to counter or defend Jiang Mingyu's attack no matter how dumb Dechuan. Jiang Mingyu realizes that he will be in big trouble if he doesn't obtain awe points in a long period of time because the Abyss system will definitely punish him like it did last time when the system reduced his luck to 50. Jiang Mingyu was already thinking on how will he obtain awe points as the recruiting of guilds will start in the next week. As he was thinking about joining guilds, his senior who he met at the arena puts his hands on Jiang Mingyu's shoulder and asks him why he was upset. The senior player told Jiang Mingyu to not be upset because of his rank and told that an E-rank player is not bad at all because the senior's rank was D-rank player. Jiang Mingyu sarcastically told him that he never thought his senior would be a person who would ask for a beating because of its annoying humor. As they were talking, the white-haired player interrupts their conversation and asks them to celebrate since they got their player certificate. Jiang Mingyu instantly told them that he can't join them if they will exceed their celebration to over $5 because he can't afford it. The white-haired player urges him to go for the celebration because he does not need to spend money, but can rather earn some money. After some time, Dechuan woke up from his rest after he was badly injured. His servant has requested a medical team to handle his wounds. As soon as he got up, he was angry of the situation he was in. The servant asks him if he should inform his sir about what happened to him. Dechuan threw a pillow to his servant's face as he was pissed from what he said and called him stupid. Dechuan could not control his anger and shouts at the servant for not thinking if it should tell his father what happened. He was ashamed that he was defeated by the weakest player Jiang Mingyu and was afraid to let his father know that he has shamed the Dechuan family. He then asks his servants how long till he can fully recover after suffering multiple injuries. Dechuan can fully recover if he takes his treatment daily and will be able to fully heal in just 1 week. The servant then asks him if he has any arrangements to be made within the week. Dechuan wants his servant to bring in a ranked ninja player immediately, and wants to see the hired ninja within a week. He told his servant to gather information about Jiang Mingyu and his background as he wants to know his opponent's ability. His servant immediately noted his request and obeys his order right away. Jiang Mingyu agreed to celebrate with the 2 players, but were curious why they were in the forest if they meant to celebrate. He panically asked the 2 players what kind of celebration they were about to hold, that they were in the wild forest that looks like a Wild Area Films movie. The white-haired player told Jiang Mingyu that he did not really ask him to celebrate or call him for great things. As they were talking, the senior asks Jiang Mingyu if he does not have knowledge about wild dungeons that occur in the forest. Jiang Mingyu's first time to heard about wild dungeons and curiously asks senior what is a wild dungeon. The wild dungeon is known as a low-ranked dungeon with less spirit stones. Government does not have the control over it and players can team up to easily raid inside the dungeon. The low-ranked dungeon's spirit stone can worth around 20,000 to 50,000 if they sell it to the black market. The senior brought his familiar team and within the week, in 2 days his team will raid inside the dungeon at once. They ask Jiang Mingyu if raiding a wild dungeon seems good to him to earn some money, and ask him if he wants to join their raid before guild recruitment. Jiang Mingyu thinks that raiding a wild dungeon will let him earn some money, plus he will be able to level up as he can encounter monsters to eliminate and obtain awe points. As they were talking on convincing Jiang Mingyu, a person suddenly appears behind the tree and spoke to them saying that time is money. A girl, which seems to be a player, appeared and asked them what took them so long to come at the forest and asked if they have brought a teammate to join in their raid. She said that the white-haired player was not bad as his aura seemed to be around a D-rank player. The girl player looked at Jiang Mingyu and was curious that Jiang Mingyu has no magic aura and thought that normal people also were recruited to join their team. Jiang Mingyu confirmed and said to her that he was an E-rank player. The girl told Jiang Mingyu that her team does not allow people like him to slack off, and the resources they got after the raid will be distributed according to their individual work. So if Jiang Mingyu slacked off, he might not get anything and wasted his time. Jiang Mingyu confidently confirms to the girl as he asks her that working more will mean that he can also get more money. In the meantime, at the player center, Hai Lai knocks at the president's office. He greeted his teacher and asks him about the afternoon's emergency meeting and what would those guys from the Aspation are planning to do. The president has commended Hai Lai as she did a great job into monitoring and being the examiner for the new season's player exam. The president of the Lu City player, Su Jinnan, who is an S-rank player, told Hai Lai that the evil cult organization has recently been continues to get arrogant and many players has assaulted cases all over the country. The headquarters has seemed to paid attention to the situation and ordered the corporates with guild association due to a detailed background check to all the players who joined their guild. After the news that Shang Jin's dungeon has collapsed, they did an investigation but did not find anything mysterious, and now an evil cult has appeared. Hai Lai came to the president as she wants to show him Zhang Mingyu's players' data. The president looked at the data of Zhang Mingyu, an E-rank warrior, and asked Hai Lai if there is a problem or she has rated his rank too strictly. Hai Lai told the president to view Zhang Mingyu's battle process, as it was sent already to his email. The president opened the video and was shocked by what he saw. After viewing the video, he carefully looks what Zhang Mingyu has been doing inside the arena. Zhang Mingyu has released a blazing flame magic bullet that can be seen in the video that the president was watching. He also saw how Zhang Mingyu used a golden body defense as it was attacked by De Chuan's sword but barely got injured. The president thought that Hai Lai wanted to show him as interesting as Zhang Mingyu was called by him a player world's cheater. Hai Lai told the president that she was shocked too after she discovered what Zhang Mingyu did during the exam and almost made a big mistake. She asks the president if they need to report the situation to the higher-ups. He told Hai Lai to hold the report as of now because Zhang Mingyu was still too weak, and if information about him had gone out, he will be likely killed by the other country's cheater. Hai Lai was concerned that Zhang Mingyu's cheater identity will be leaked sooner or later as soon as he joins a guild. The president gave Hai Lai an energy stone and orders her to send people to give information and a video of Zhang Mingyu to Tiger Ben Guild and take it as a decease with small favor. Their time has been wasted waiting for a team to join them, so the girl accepts the players to join their team because she can't temporarily find a team member. The girl introduced herself and her name was Sui Yuting, a B-rank warrior. She told them that they will raid a D-rank dungeon, so she will be the one to lead them. Sui Yuting told them that need to register their personal information or much better their profession so she can plan a raid strategy. Zhang Mingyu asked Sui Yuting what's information registration and what does it do. Zhang Mingyu looks at the camera as Sui Yuting was taking a photo of his face. She told Zhang Mingyu that Wild Dungeon is not covered by the government, and if something happened to them, they will not be entertained by the government. So the least they can do is leave down some records on random dungeon of the player's information so they can have insurance. Zhang Mingyu's face and information has been registered and was identified as an E-rank. As soon as he was registered, Sui Yuting told them to be ready to go in the dungeon. Zhang Mingyu finally entered the dungeon as it was his first time as a player, not a minor. Zhang Mingyu looked around and ponders as he saw what the dungeon monster's nest looks like. As soon as they entered the dungeon, the D-rank goblin's nest has already been discovered. D-rank goblins were guarding the resources as the players entered the dungeon. Sui Yuting told them to prepare to fight and informed them that there are around 30 goblins roaming around the dungeon, so she will make her move first. Before she finishes what Si was saying, Zhang Mingyu already went and attacked the goblins without Sui Yuting's orders. Zhang Mingyu told Sui Yuting that he can leave the D-rank goblins to him so she can rest and handle the situation later. Sui Yuting was angry that Zhang Mingyu was not following and obeying her orders and do things without permission after entering the dungeon. The two players looked at each other and thought they should move to as Zhang Mingyu already attacked the goblin. The white-haired player told the senior to quickly kill the goblins before Zhang Mingyu kills all of it and gain recognition and get more rewards for his work. The senior thought that he should not have bring Zhang Mingyu along in the dungeon because he kills the goblins quickly, and there will be no more left for them to kill. Sui Yuting mocks them and compare them to dogs and that they were like people who have never even seen money before. Sui Yuting rushes as the three players started to kill the goblins and told them to leave some goblins for her to kill. As they attacked the goblins, all the goblins surrounding the dungeon were eliminated quickly. Sui Yuting was angry that she has only killed 3 goblins in a low-rank monster's nest because the 3 players had killed them before she could have. The 3 players were scolded and punched in the head by Sui Yuting as they killed more goblins. The white-haired player killed 10 goblins, while the senior only killed 5, and Zhang Mingyu had the many kills which he killed 15 goblins at once. Zhang Mingyu was happy that even if the resources are mostly beginner rank spirit stones, he can just grind more a few times and stack them all before he sells it. The Abyss system has notified him if he wishes to upgrade his skills. Zhang Mingyu was surprised after he learned that he can upgrade his skill, but will need a large amount of spirit stones. As he farms the resources, he thought that the amount of spirit stones he will get will be missed out a lot, and the teammates will discover the difference if he upgrades both of his skill. Jiang Mingyu decides that he will upgrade the weakling's aura fist and hope that if it has been upgraded it will be more useful. He successfully upgrades the weakling's aura, but will wait in 30 minutes to complete upgrading. Sui Yuting noticed that Jiang Mingyu has been dozing off while carrying the spirit stone and called him to go into the next monster's nest. Sui Yuting gave warning to her teammates that their path will become narrower, and the spirit stones has also increased, so the place should be the monster's second nest. The white-haired player was jokingly emotional as he looks around the second monster's nest. The second monster's nest were full of spirit stones, unlike the one in the first nest. The player thinks that they will become rich from all the spirit stones they will collect in the dungeon. The second monster's nest were full of spiders that they need to eliminate before collecting the spirit stones. Suddenly, their leader Sui Yuting has been acting weird, and the players noticed it immediately and calls her name. Sui Yuting's been talking and spouting words the players could not even understand and continues to act weird than her usual self. The white-haired player thought that Sui Yuting, their leader, was laughing and pretending to scare them with her weird act. Jiang Mingyu stopped the white-haired player from coming closer to their leader as he noticed that Sui Yuting was acting very strange. Sui Yuting was in position and even held her weapon like she was about to attack the three players. As Sui Yuting looked up, her face was weird from her physical appearance before entering the second nest. Her eyes turned red and veins were showing up in her neck. The three players looked at their leader and was shocked that she became like a monster. All of them were curious why their leader suddenly changed and acts weird. Jiang Mingyu was frustrated on the situation and thought that what's happening to there is not a normal thing, and something like it happened not long after they entered the dungeon. Sui Yuting brought out her weapon and charges toward her teammates and was ready to attack them. As she attacks them, the players were in shock and told the other teammates to dodge the attack as they could get injured. Jiang Mingyu barely dodged the attack and was about to be sliced. They all dodged the attack and got no injuries. Sui Yuting continued to attack them, and Jiang Mingyu and the others were curious why their leader kept attacking them. Sui Yuting attacked Jiang Mingyu as she kicks him in the head with such strong legs. Jiang Mingyu were seriously hurt after being kicked and thought that Sui Yuting was really trying to kill him without hesitation. As he was about to dodge Sui Yuting's attack, it brought out her knife and was ready to attack him. Jiang Mingyu quickly summoned his blazing flame magic bullet to defend himself and stopped Sui Yuting from injuring him. Jiang Mingyu directed his attack to Sui Yuting as he wants him to wake up from being controlled. Jiang Mingyu attacked Sui Yuting with his blazing fire magic bullet and told her to get over herself as they were struggling to fight her because she was their leader. After the blazing fire magic bullet hit Sui Yuting, it has defended the attack of Jiang Mingyu and only did a small damage even if Jiang Mingyu puts all of his strength in the attack. Jiang Mingyu has almost died from Sui Yuting's attack, but he noticed something strange and curious why Sui Yuting's back has a spider web string. The white-haired player thinks Sui Yuting was attacking them out of greed of wanting to own all the spirit crystal to have it for herself. He thinks that the gossip about a B-rank warrior casually bringing down other people to raid the dungeon is true. The senior defends Sui Yuting and told them that she would not dare to kill them knowing her background just for the amount of spirit crystal. He thought that she was under an illusion or being controlled because she has used her skills against Jiang Mingyu. He might be dead already. Jiang Mingyu finally realizes that Sui Yuting was strange because she was only fighting him in a close combat and only have used footwork and normal attacks, which she could have used her skills if he really wants to kill Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu thinks that Sui Yuting forgets to use her skills because it was dealing with a newbie warrior. Finally, after contemplating, Jiang Mingyu realizes what happened to Sui Yuting and thinks that she was being controlled by a spider. The white-haired player thinks that their leader is under the illusion, so they can only use physical attacks to wake her up. Jiang Mingyu told them that their leader was not under the illusion and their guess was incorrect. Jiang Mingyu told them that he thinks Sui Yuting was being controlled by a spider that were in the second nest of the dungeon. He said that their leader did not use a skill even if it attacked Jiang Mingyu in a close combat, and even a provoke skill of Sui Yuting can easily kill Jiang Mingyu as he can't dodge or defend the skill. Even if Sui Yuting went easy on Jiang Mingyu, she always attacks on his vital points and can feel her strong killing intent. Jiang Mingyu told them that he thinks the spider could not control Sui Yuting to use her skill, and can only use physical attacks. As Jiang Mingyu attacked her with his blazing fire magic bullet, he saw a spider web which likely the thing used to control her. A spider web can be seen at the back of the nape of Sui Yuting as the spider used its web to control her. The white-haired player thought that they just need to cut off the spider web in her back to stop her from being controlled. But Jiang Mingyu thinks that cutting the web would not be easy because the spider web did not get cut even after all the fight earlier. The three of them need to think of a way to escape because the spiders are quickly increasing. Jiang Mingyu told Kyan to use her magic to create a distance between the spiders as they were afraid of fire. Bai Mao was the one responsible in killing the spiders to help Kyan to not the spiders get close to them. Jiang Mingyu told the others that he will deal with their leader and rushes towards her. Jiang Mingyu released blazing flame magic bullets to attack Sui Yuting. He released rapid fire directly to Sui Yuting like what he did in the player's exam. Sui Yuting defended all the rapid fire and magic bullets from Jiang Mingyu and was not damaged at all. Finally, after Jiang Mingyu releases a blazing fire magic bullet and rapid fire, he can finally see spider web controlling their leader and thinks of attacking it immediately. Jiang Mingyu summoned the absolute accuracy blazing flame magic bullet to hit Sui Yuting off guard. The flame hit Sui Yuting in the back and she did not have the chance to dodge it. The attack of Jiang Mingyu had made a strong explosion that can almost free Sui Yuting from the spider web that was controlling her. Brother Kyan asked Jiang Mingyu if he had already finished dealing with Sui Yuting because they could not hold much longer. The spiders kept increasing as the both players eliminate the spiders who was charging at them. As the smoke disperses after the explosion, Sui Yuting can be seen still standing after the attack. She ranges with anger as she survives the attack after turning her body to avoid damaging the spider web in her back. Jiang Mingyu looks at her as her breasts can be seen because her body armor were destroyed by the blazing fire magic bullet. Jiang Mingyu thinks of other ways he can remove the spider web on Sui Yuting's back. Jiang Mingyu realizes that long-range attacks won't work against her. He charges towards her to try to attack closely and grab the spider web. He hugged her as he was trying to get close on her back to grab the spider web and releases fire on his hands. Jiang Mingyu grabbed the spider web on Sui Yuting's back and completely tries to destroy it by using flame directly to cut the web. Finally, the spider web has been cut off Sui Yuting's back and their problem has been lessened since their leader has gone out of the spider's control. Jiang Mingyu thought that it was a pity he can't see which spider is the one controlling the spider web and that he can't kill it. Jiang Mingyu could not see where the spider web is connected because of the dark. He would have already killed it if he could see it because it's way dangerous for them if one of them will get controlled again. Sui Yuting woke up and got her consciousness back and saw Jiang Mingyu was on top of her and shyly asked what Jiang Mingyu was doing to her. Sui Yuting got up and recovered after she was being controlled by a spider. She knew that Jiang Mingyu saved her but was curious about something. Sui Yuting asked Jiang Mingyu how her clothes got torn and why is it the only part that was damaged. She told Jiang Mingyu that she can feel her back is sore and in pain like she fought a battle and asked him to explain to her what happened in a more detailed way. Jiang Mingyu told her that it was the spider's fault for controlling her and that her clothes were torn because she got attacked by the spider. Sui Yuting thinks Jiang Mingyu was lying to him because of how he explained what happened and his facial expressions were weird. Jiang Mingyu told her that he was telling the truth and will use Brother Kyan to confirm to her that he really saved her from the spider. Kyan heard their conversation and asked if Sui Yuting is having awakened because they need help from attacking the spiders because they could not hold much longer. Bai Mao asked Lao Kyan's help as he can't handle all the spiders from attacking him and the spiders are almost covering him. As Lao Kyan helped him kill the spider on his back, the fire hits Bai Mao's hair and Bai Mao was frustrated because he's trying to maintain his hair but was cut off by the fire. Sui Yuting gets a green drink from her bag and drinks it. Sui Yuting was frustrated that she almost died even if the dungeon was a D-ranked dungeon. Jiang Mingyu told her to rest first before fighting and told her that he can help his teammates with his support. She told Jiang Mingyu as she holds her weapon that she does need to rest as she only gains small wounds from the attacks. Sui Yuting was eager to show Jiang Mingyu how a B-rank warrior fights and showed him her true power. She charges towards the spider as she gained her strength. Sui Yuting directly kills all the spiders at once and could not be stopped as she wants to let her teammates know what a B-rank warrior does. Brother Kyan was glad that he did not tell Sui Yuting what Jiang Mingyu has done or else he would have been in the same state as the spiders. Jiang Mingyu told Kyan to speak softer as he does not want Sui Yuting to hear him and know what he has done because he does not want to be chased by 2 B-rank players in one day. Sui Yuting continues to fight off the spiders and uses her skills to completely destroy all the spiders. Sui Yuting uses a skill called Earth Shatter. The ground was crushed, all the spiders surrounding her gained great damage. Bai Mao praises Sui Yuting for being so strong that there will be no problem even if there are many spiders that will come at them. Sui Yuting told her teammates to not just watch her and also help her fighting the spiders, and after all the spider were eliminated, they will prepare to fight its boss. The 3 of them rushes to help their leader and was coming to kill the spiders. As they were fighting the spiders, Sui Yuting asked Jiang Mingyu again if he was lying about being controlled by the spider because she noticed that the spiders only bites and scratch but did not spit webs. Jiang Mingyu assured her that he did not lie and she was definitely being controlled by a spider web. Sui Yuting told him that the spiders in the dungeon was not the one who controlled her because it monsters whose level is D rank does not have a metal spirit control skill. Jiang Mingyu realizes that Sui Yuting was right because the small spiders would not know a high-level skill, and they aren't the one who is controlling the leader. The spider web that controlled Sui Yuting came from above, so Jiang Mingyu thought the leader was on top too. Jiang Mingyu fires a blazing fire magic bullet towards the top and was shocked by what he saw. The top of the second nest was full of spider webs and cocoons that the leader has done. Jiang Mingyu told everyone to be careful as the monster leader of the spiders who has control skill is likely in above of them. Sui Yuting told Kyan to brighten the dungeon and find the leader. As Kyan fires above the dungeon, he saw many spider webs and other monster that are caught in the web. He saw many spider webs but did not discover any monster or the spider's leader. Jiang Mingyu thought why the leader is not above them and thinks that the leader should be somewhere above or hiding from them. Kyan Shan was curious why a sand suddenly starts to fall from them, and Jiang Mingyu realizes that the leader was staring at them from behind. Suddenly, a large explosion came to them and Bai Mao was in the location where the leader has fallen. Jiang Mingyu told Lao Kyan to leave his position as the leader was right behind him. As Kyan Shan was looking behind, he was shocked by what he saw and trembled in fear. Suddenly, the spider leader showed up and attempted to attack them. Kyan Shan was caught off guard and got attacked by the spider leader and was stabbed on his back. Kyan Shan screams as the spider's legs pierced him in his chest from behind and took a serious damage. The spider showed up and attacked from behind as they were looking at the monster that they thought was above them. The monster quickly attacks them as it shows itself to Jiang Mingyu and the others. They think that the spider monster was the dungeon's final boss because of how strong it is. Kyan Shan was lifted above by the spider's legs. Bai Mao trembled in fear as he saw what happened to Kyan Shan and thought that the spider's rank was beyond a D rank boss. The spider threw Kyan Shan on the ground as it pierced him on his chest. Kyan Shan landed on the ground aggressively as the monster threw him with so much force. Bai Mao trembles in fear and could not hold his weapon properly as he thought that they were done for. Bai Mao sits on the floor staring at the monster leader and thinks that they can't win against a spider monster whose aura is like a level of B rank. Jiang Mingyu's prediction was right that the dungeon isn't a D rank level after seeing all the crystals. Jiang Mingyu was a miner and was knowledgeable about dungeons level because he was the one getting resources for guilds before he became a player. The Abyss system has notified Jiang Mingyu and given him a mission in which he would kill the B rank spider boss. The system told him that after he completes the mission, he will obtain many rewards. Jiang Mingyu was surprised that the system wants him to kill the spider boss with the level of B rank, which he thinks he could not possibly do by his ability. Sui Yuting orders Jiang Mingyu and Bai Mao to help carry Kyan Shan and quickly leave the dungeon as quickly as possible. She told them to request help in the Players Association as she was about to fight the monster alone. Jiang Mingyu was shocked by what he heard and asked Sui Yuting what she would do if she wanted them to leave the dungeon without her. Sui Yuting confidently said to Jiang Mingyu that she was a B-rank player, which makes her the strongest of their team and was the one that could possibly defeat the spider boss. She held herself responsible for killing the spider boss because she is the leader of the dungeon's raid, so it was natural for her to kill the spider boss. Sui Yuting quickly charges off at the leader to make her attack and distract the monster away from Jiang Mingyan and others as they leave the dungeon. Bai Mao could not believe what was happening and was in complete shock. Jiang Mingyu told him to stand up and help her to quickly carry Kyan Shan out of the dungeon as he was badly wounded by the spider's attack. Bai Mao told Jiang Mingyu that Sui Yuting, the leader, could not win against the monster because its level is a B-rank monster. Jiang Mingyu was curious by what Bai Mao said and asked why their leader has no match for the monster even though Sui Yuting is a B-rank player as well. Unfortunately, Sui Yuting could not kill the monster alone because a B-rank monster requires 2 B-rank players to eliminate it or a professional team with different profession players to kill the monsters. The spider monster keeps attacking Sui Yuting and releasing venomous spider web. Sui Yuting dodges all the web attacks from the spider because the spider web had venom. If Sui Yuting did not dodge it, she will melt. Finally, after she saw that the ground melted when the web hits the ground, she noticed that the spider can throw her a venom attack. Sui Yuting thinks that she could not be hit by the spider boss' corrosive ability, or else she will melt. The spider continues to attack her with its spiky long legs. Sui Yuting thought that it was a good opportunity to cut the spider's leg first as it attacks him with its legs. She decided to cut the spider leg first to be able to lessen the spider's ability to attack her. Sui Yuting tries to cut the spider's legs and damage it. The attack of Sui Yuting only caused a light scratch to the spider's leg after she tries to cut it, but the armor of the spider was too tough for her weapon. The spider monster attacked her again and tries to stab her with its spiky legs. Sui Yuting quickly dodges the attack and was able to save herself from getting stabbed in the front. Jiang Mingyu warned her to watch out as the spider has a sneak attack from the side. One of the spider's legs was about to hit Sui Yuting from the side, and Sui Yuting has not recovered by the monster's attack earlier and was not recovered from it. Sui Yuting was hit directly on her side when the spider monster attacked sneakily on her side. The spider monster successfully injured Sui Yuting and was able to caught her off guard when the spider sneaks an attack on her before she can even dodge or defend the attack. Sui Yuting hits at the rock and was pushed back because of the strong attack she took from the spider. Sui Yuting was frustrated that the spider's strength and defense are both stronger than her, so it would be much harder for her to kill the monster. As she suffered an injury from the attack, Sui Yuting was still recovering, but she noticed the monster has continued to attack her from her direction. The monster was right in front of Sui Yuting, and she stared as she can't move at all from the attack earlier. Sui Yuting thought the monster will kill her. Before the monster could attack Sui Yuting, a fire was hit directly on the monster's body and was in pain from the hot fire that surrounded its body. Jiang Mingyu was the one who threw the blazing fire and saved his leader from the attack. Jiang Mingyu told his leader that if he counts the attack he made to the monster, it will be twice in one afternoon that he saved Sui Yuting. Sui Yuting immediately left the spot where the monster was supposedly about to hit her. Sui Yuting covered in Jiang Mingyu's back and scolded him for not leaving the dungeon. She asked Jiang Mingyu why he has not left the dungeon and take Qian Shan and Bai Mao to escape, as the monster cannot be easily defeated because it's a B-rank boss. Jiang Mingyu told her that he would not be a player for nothing, so he became a player to earn money. The monster is a B-rank boss and has many valuable parts, so Jiang Mingyu could not let Sui Yuting get all the good parts and the money she will get from killing the monster. Jiang Mingyu asks Sui Yuting how much does a B-rank boss is worth before he even tries to kill it. Sui Yuting told Jiang Mingyu that a B-rank boss with the spider's large size worth at least 1 million. She told if the spider's corpse is killed, the corpse material can be able to be used to make a B-rank defensive equipment and weapons. Jiang Mingyu was surprised and was happy, as the raid that is unexpected will make him rich after the raid is finished and after they killed the boss. Sui Yuting, though Jiang Mingyu was crazy for only thinking about the money and could not even speak properly after hearing the amount that they will get after the raid if they could come out. Sui Yuting informed Jiang Mingyu that the B-rank boss has high defense and high attack power also. Sui Yuting could not even imagine what Jiang Mingyu would do because he was just an E-rank mage and could not be possible compared to the monster's B-rank position. Jiang Mingyu grabbed Sui Yuting's weapon, and she thought that Jiang Mingyu was still trying to touch her after what he did earlier when she caught Jiang Mingyu was on top of her. Jiang Mingyu borrowed Sui Yuting's weapon and told her that they must try even if it's hard, because they could not just wait for a rescue and just die without doing anything. Jiang Mingyu goes off and told the system to add all his remaining attributes to agility so he can move fast and can dodge the monster's attack. Sui Yuting was shocked that Jiang Mingyu moved first and called him an idiot because she thought Jiang Mingyu was weak and an E-rank magician should only support a warrior from behind and was not the one leading. Jiang Mingyu attacks the monster, and the monster almost caught him with his legs, but he immediately dodges it. Sui Yuting thinks that Jiang Mingyu was despicable, who tries to throw away his life for the sake of money. Jiang Mingyu barely dodged the attack and got hit even after he increased his agility. Jiang Mingyu was not shocked, as it was expected that the boss is strong, so it's worth 1 million. Jiang Mingyu continues to try and attack the monster and thought that no matter how high the spider's defense is, if it has a weak point that Jiang Mingyu can hold against him, then he has a chance to kill the monster. Sui Yuting was surprised that Jiang Mingyu was able to dodge the attack from the B-rank boss and wonders if he was really just an E-rank magician. Jiang Mingyu thought that no matter what monster he fights, the eyes are always the weak point, so he tries to attack the monster's eyes with his blazing flame magic bullet. As he threw the flame magic bullet directly to the monster's eyes and face was an explosion. He immediately tries to stab the monster, as the monster's eye were still damaged from the flame magic bullet he had thrown earlier. As Jiang Mingyu was about to attack, the monster boss suddenly can see Jiang Mingyu and was ready to attack him. Sui Yuting warned him that the monster has recovered and will try to attack him, so he told him to watch out. As Jiang Mingyu looked behind his back, the monster had pointed its leg to attack Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu quickly dodges the attack and were able to save his head. If he had not dodged the attack, it would sever his head and most likely be killed. Jiang Mingyu thought that he had damaged the monster's eyes after he threw a magic flame bullet, so the spider boss would not be able to see his location. Sui Yuting scolded him and thinks he was not thinking carefully, because even if the spider boss's eyes were hit, the spider's sense does not only depend on its eyes. The spider boss defense does not only defend and sees with its eyes but can also sense by using its 8 large legs. Suddenly, Jiang Mingyu had noticed the spider's belly was bleeding. Jiang Mingyu thought that the spider boss's belly was injured due to the blazing flame magic bullet he threw earlier when he tried to save Sui Yuting from getting killed, and the spider's belly was hit so it releases blood. Suddenly, the Abyss system notified Jiang Mingyu that his weakling aura has been increased to level 2 and its passive could decrease his presence. Jiang Mingyu reads the system and saw that the weak aura can conceal his presence for 3 seconds, so it will be helpful for him as the spider can't sense his location if he uses the weakling's aura. Jiang Mingyu thought of a way and told Sui Yuting that he might need to help her on what he was about to do. Sui Yuting asked him what idea does he have and Jiang Mingyu and told her that their plan is to provoke the spider boss and draw its attention, and Jiang Mingyu will deal on the last strike. Sui Yuting told Jiang Mingyu that with the boss's level he could only stall it for seconds, so Jiang Mingyu's plan is meaningless and could not work against the B-rank monster. Jiang Mingyu told her that 1 second will be enough for him to strike the monster. Sui Yuting agrees with him and told him that he trusts him because he saved her once. Sui Yuting immediately went to find a chance to distract the boss to let Jiang Mingyu do his thing. Jiang Mingyu immediately orders the system to conceal his presence, as he was ready to land the final strike to the spider boss. Sui Yuting quickly used her skill to provoke the monster as she was trying to distract it, for Jiang Mingyu can do his final attack on the monster. As soon as Sui Yuting did her plan to distract the monster, he told Jiang Mingyu to quickly attack the monster. Jiang Mingyu then prepares himself as his presence were concealed and tried to attack the monster and tried to kill him in one attack. Sui Yuting and Jiang Mingyu had defeated the spider boss. The system notified Jiang Mingyu that he has obtained 200 awe points and his level has increased to level 13 and has 2 undistributed attribute points. After he defeated the monster and completes the mission, the system rewards him and gave him an abyss ring. Jiang Mingyu was not surprised when the system gave him a ring because he did not expect the system to give him a valuable reward. Sui Yuting told the 3 of them that the loot which has been collected will be distribution according to their contribution. Jiang Mingyu contributed a lot in fighting the monsters, so he will take 60% from the loot, and Sui Yuting will take 20% as she helped Jiang Mingyu eliminates the boss. Qian Shan and Bai Mao will take 10%, and their leader asked them if there are no objection. As Qian Shan was being treated by Bai Mao, he did not complain about the contribution of the loot and thanked Jiang Mingyu for what he had done. Qian Shan could have died by the spider's attack if Jiang Mingyu did not rescue them. They did not expect that the wild dungeon would worth around 1 million and getting a 10% of share ID big enough since it gives them 100,000. Sui Yuting told them to prepare to leave the dungeon as they have no more objections. Jiang Mingyu was the first one to exit the dungeon and told Sui Yuting to call her if there will be another raid so he can earn money. Suddenly at Jiang Mingyu's residence, Tao Zhai and her mom talks about Jiang Mingyu. As Tao Zhai was about to tell her mom that Jiang Mingyu participated in the player exam, her mom calmly told him that he knows Jiang Mingyu has participated. She told Tao Zhai that he knows from Jiang Mingyu's personality that he will do things once he decided on it and she can't stop him. She thought that they should just support Jiang Mingyu as he also wants them to live a better life, so he joined the player's exam. As they were talking, someone knocked on the door and Jiang Mingyu's aunt thought it was Jiang Mingyu and thinks he lost his key again, that's why he's knocking. As Tao Zhai's mom opened the door, he saw strange guys and asked who they are. The man with a bad aura and spiky hair has asked Jiang Mingyu's aunt if Jiang Mingyu is home because they're looking for him. Jiang Mingyu went to the market and bought present for his aunt and Tao Zhai as he finally earned some money after becoming a player. Jiang Mingyu thinks if he bought his aunt presents, she will likely allow him to continue to become a player. As Jiang Mingyu was near his house, he was shocked and saw many people outside the house. Jiang Mingyu was confused why his house were surrounded by strange people, and they are there. A man whose right eyes were covered finally sees Jiang Mingyu and told him that he has finally came back. Jiang Mingyu was aware of the situation and asked the strange guys who are they and what they are doing in his house, that they even brought many people. The masked man told Jiang Mingyu to stop wasting time as his boss were waiting inside the house for a very long time already. Jiang Mingyu noticed and quickly came to the house as he thinks about his aunt and Tao Zhai. He rushes towards the room where his aunt and Tao Zhai were in with the strange people's boss. Jiang Mingyu rushed inside the room and saw his aunt, and Tao Zhai was scared from the guys that were in the same room as them. As his aunt sees him enter the room, she immediately told Jiang Mingyu to run quickly and escape from the house. Jiang Mingyu ranges with anger as he saw how scared his family was and was angry that the strangers have done something bad to his aunt and Tao Zhai. The leader grabbed a water and told Jiang Ming to calm down. The leader told Jiang Mingyu that he was called back from Japan for him to handle Jiang Mingyu, but he thought Jiang Mingyu was amazing and strong and did not expect that he will be called for a trash like Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu quickly realizes and thought that Dechuan was the one who sent the guys from his house. Jiang Mingyu told the strangers to leave and don't touch his family and only deal with him if they have anything against him. The boss looked and threatened him with his eyes as he was talked back by Jiang Mingyu. Suddenly, the leader's men start to punch Jiang Mingyu. The guy whose right eye was covered told Jiang Mingyu does not have the right to request them for anything. Jiang Mingyu continues to take an attack from the leader's men. They continue to kick and attack Jiang Mingyu even though he was already coughing blood due to the damage he took. One of the guys attacked Jiang Mingyu from the back and Jiang Mingyu has coughed a lot of blood. Jiang Mingyu's aunt were in despair and begs the leader to stop hitting Jiang Mingyu. The leader got pissed and slapped Jiang Mingyu's aunt and called her a hag. Jiang Mingyu looked at the leader as he saw that the leader slapped his aunts and was angry that he insulted his aunt and told them not to dare hit his family members. The leader held Tao Zhai and told Jiang Mingyu he can do what he requested in one condition. The leader licked Tao Zhai's neck and harassed her, saying that if Jiang Mingyu's sister were to serve him, he would not need to die in exchange for his sister. Jiang Mingyu lays on the ground as he was helpless and could not think of a way to save his family. Jiang Mingyu rethinks his decision for wandering between life and death from the start to let his family members live a better life. He sacrificed his safety to gain money for his family's needs. He then remembers how he started to fight the guy from the loan office. Jiang Mingyu also remembered how he faced life and death situation when he was still a minor, and the dungeon collapsed. He thinks that after all he has done to make his life and his family better, he still failed and did nothing. Suddenly, a man from a palace with a skull showed up. The man ordered Jiang Mingyu to stand up from his position. A black man who sits at the throne called Jiang Mingyu and orders him to stand up. Jiang Mingyu stood up from kneeling and was able to stand up because someone was controlling him. Jiang Mingyu's eyes has turned black after he stood up. A strong aura can be felt on Jiang Mingyu, and the leader thought Jiang Mingyu was quite tough that he can still stand after all the attacks. The leader was curious about Jiang Mingyu and why his aura seemed different. One of the men teased his companion if he got weaker or has not used his full power because of how Jiang Mingyu can still stand up after he hits him. The man clenched his fist and told the guys that he has not become weaker. As he was mocked, he charges towards Jiang Mingyu ready to attack and kill him with his fist. The masked man was about to punch Jiang Mingyu, but suddenly, Jiang Mingyu was aware and ready to punch him. Jiang Mingyu attacked the guy at his chest and said that he was the one who will die and not him. They all looked at Jiang Mingyu and was shocked by what he has done to the masked man. The eye with a covered right eye told the guys to quickly suppress Jiang Mingyu as it was still hiding its true powers, and they will be in trouble if they got hit by him. One of the men held Jiang Mingyu and captured him as the guys were all ready to attack Jiang Mingyu. The man attempted to kick Jiang Mingyu on the face. He told Jiang Mingyu to die as he quickly kicks him the face, and Jiang Mingyu did not dodge the attack. As the man's kick was about to land on Jiang Mingyu avoided, and the man from behind was almost the one who got kicked. The man was surprised that Jiang Mingyu was able to dodge his attack. Jiang Mingyu has dodged the attack and attempted to kick the man's private part. Jiang Mingyu kicked the man and orders him to kneel down in front of him. The man who held Jiang Mingyu still was not letting him go, so Jiang Mingyu attempts to kill him to attack him as well. Jiang Mingyu puts his 2 fingers inside the nose of the man and quickly puts his down. The man suffered after the attack of Jiang Mingyu as he was thrown off by him using his 2 fingers. As Jiang Mingyu were trying to take down all the guys, Tao Zhai held her mother and was surprised how Jiang Mingyu was able to fight all the men. The leader looked at Jiang Mingyu and thought that his moves weren't bad at all as a beginner player. He told Jiang Mingyu was not bad, and no wonder that his young master Dechuan lost against Jiang Mingyu in the battle. The leader told Jiang Mingyu that he was impressed because even though Jiang Mingyu's aura was weak, he can still defeat most of his underling. The man who Jiang Mingyu threw on the floor with his 2 fingers lays on the ground and was bleeding from its nose. The leader stood up as he was about to take action in his own hands and stops Jiang Mingyu and get him into his right position. Dechuan was when he fought Jiang Mingyu in the player's exam. Jiang Mingyu smirks at him and mocks him, telling him that he has not heard that before villains die, they always talk too much like he was doing. The leader was angry as Jiang Mingyu mocks him and told him that he was the one who's going to die by his hands. The leader attacked Jiang Mingyu and threw multiple punches. Jiang Mingyu quickly dodges all the attacks from the leader. He was impressed that Jiang Mingyu seems to be quite agile, that he was able to dodge all his attacks successfully. The leader asks Jiang Mingyu if he can continue dodging as he tries to kick him and land an attack on him. Jiang Mingyu swiftly dodges his attacks and were able to blow an attack on him using close combat. The assassin still be able to smirk and mocks Jiang Mingyu, telling him he was interesting for making him fly with just a kick, and threatened Jiang Mingyu that he was still the one going to die after the battle. The leader changed its appearance and grew hairs like an animal, and told Jiang Mingyu that the leader's nail grown long and a hair like an animal started growing in his body. The current state that the leader is in is someone with a rank combat ability which makes him superior to Jiang Mingyu. The leader showed its true form and told Jiang Mingyu that the game has already ended and that he should prepare to get killed because he has no match for him. Suddenly, Jiang Mingyu was not surprised by the leader's change appearance and was summoning a weapon. Jiang Mingyu told the leader that he does not have the right to make the decision in their battle when it has not even started, able to defend himself. The B-rank assassin praised Jiang Mingyu for his quick reflexes. The B-rank caught Jiang Mingyu off guard as it kicks his side, and Jiang Mingyu was not able to defend it. As Jiang Mingyu was still trying to recover, the B-rank assassin was already charging towards him and told him to continue their fight because he was not done on picking fight Wing Jiang Mingyu. The B-rank assassin tried to smash Jiang Mingyu's head, but luckily Jiang Mingyu was able to dodge it before it even touches him. To the B-rank's surprise, when he attacked Jiang Mingyu, he did not notice his location and was about to grab his head on the left side. Jiang Mingyu quickly grabs the head of the B-rank assassin and quickly smashed his head onto the wall. The sword that Jiang Mingyu held was made of magic, and he was about to use it to attack the assassin as it still has not recovered after being smashed. Jiang Mingyu smiles as it kept attacking the B-rank assassin with his sword, and the assassin is left in panic as Jiang Mingyu's pace had sped up compared earlier. Suddenly, Jiang Mingyu was caught off guard, and finally the B-rank assassin has landed an attack on Jiang Mingyu. The attack hit Jiang Mingyu severely and was thrown into the ground. After the attack, the B-rank assassin mocks Jiang Mingyu, praising him that he did not expect that he can still stand up and was quite tough and resistant. Jiang Mingyu stood up as the B-rank assassin mocks him and tell him so stop being delusional that he can tire him to death, and praises him that his weapon was quite useful. The assassin told him that he was still not sure about Jiang Mingyu's capabilities, but after he fought him, he thinks that no matter how good the weapon is, in the hands of Jiang Mingyu, it will be useless. Jiang Mingyu told the B-rank assassin and mockingly asked him if he had become stupid after transforming into an ugly beast. The B-rank assassin was, but his arms were also cut off by Jiang Mingyu. The B-rank is shocked by what happened to his arms and was enraged by Jiang Mingyu on what he did to his body. As Jiang Mingyu looks at the pitiful B-rank assassin, he removed a piece of what he was wearing and mocks the B-rank as a kitty and told it continue their fight and stop whining. Meanwhile, in the other side of Jiang Mingyu's apartment, Sun explains to him that he can earn a lot of money because he recently became a player and will give all his income as a player to him. The killer walked and stood in front of him, saying that he does not need to be scared. As the man looked at the boy who was kneeling, he told him that today onwards, he will be alongside with the god. The man grabs the boy's face that was pitifully crying and telling him that he was evil. Before the boy could even finish his sentence, the man exploded the man's face and did not have the chance to live his life as player. The boy laid in the ground as his head was blown off and releases a lot of blood. The man thinks that being killed and being alongside with God in the heaven should make him feel honored. The man is likely to be an assassin who was ordered to execute people. The assassin's task to kill the boy is done, and there is only one person left to execute for him to finish his job. Jiang Mingyu mocks the leader and calls him a kitty and told him to continue their fight. The leader was angry that Jiang Mingyu was able to cut him. The leader lost his left arms when Jiang Mingyu has cut him. Jiang Mingyu charges towards him and asks the leader if he thinks that a ranked player can fight casually in the battle. The leader was angry and told Jiang Mingyu to shut up and stop spouting nonsense. The leader crashed the ground as Jiang Mingyu was charging towards him and told him not to get cocky just because he cuts his arms. Jiang Mingyu mocks his opponent as circus attacks won't work on him and were useless against him. The leader looked at Jiang Mingyu as it attacks him, but could not even sense where Jiang Mingyu is attacking him and what his location was. Jiang Mingyu told the leader to let him pass by. Jiang Mingyu has instantly cut the opponent's body multiple times, and each attack is not after the motive to kill the opponent. The leader stood and was in daze as it was hurt from the attacks of Jiang Mingyu. He was frustrated and thinks that Jiang Mingyu was playing with him and thinks that Jiang Mingyu wants to toy with him by just cutting him multiple times and has not killed him. The leader raged with anger and attempted to attack Jiang Mingyu. He charges towards Jiang Mingyu and intends to kill him with its attack. Before he even attacked Jiang Mingyu was on his position and told his opponent that it's time to end the game. As it was about to attack Jiang Mingyu had already landed a last blow on him. The leader screamed as he was about to get hit, and will likely be killed from the attack of Jiang Mingyu. The black person who sits on the throne smiles as the leader had already been killed. Jiang Mingyu's sword hits the opponent's body with a blue magic and killed him. As the black person who is controlling Jiang Mingyu finally killed his opponent, it realizes that Jiang Mingyu's body have reached its limit. Jiang Mingyu's body was exhausted from all the fight he did in one day and fights 2 B-rank players in one day. The black person decides to return the body back to Jiang Mingyu and told him to not easily die. Jiang Mingyu's body has collapsed as soon as the black person was controlling him lets his body go. Tao Zhai was concerned that his brother Jiang Mingyu has collapsed on the ground. A man appeared behind the tree and thought that he missed a great show but was fine because the place's air is really fresh. He puts his mask down as he smells the air, and smelled that the place is filled with blood smell and also a god smell, which is humans. Even though he wants to taste the blood, he still has to let his director know what happened in the place and lets it know about the situation. Suddenly, Jiang Mingyu was in a place no one knows about. As Jiang Mingyu stood and looks around the place, a black shadow has appeared in his back. The black shadow who resembles Jiang Mingyu was asking him how does it feel like having a strong power which he uses against his enemies. The black shadow told him that the power that he lent Jiang Mingyu was useful, but that's not all the powers he got and has many more. Jiang Mingyu shouts at him and was angry that he scared him. He told the black shadow that he has been talking to himself from the very start and asked him who he was and what he wants. The black shadow turned and looked at Jiang Mingyu and resembles him, saying he was Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu had woken up and his dreams got stopped. He wonders where he was when he got up and looked around the place. Jiang Mingyu was at the hospital and his nurse were glad that he finally woke up after sleeping for a long time. As soon as he woke up, he asks the nurse where his family members were and how they are doing. The nurse told him that Tao Zhai was the one who brought him in the hospital and said to the nurse to tell Jiang Mingyu to go to the brain department sick room to find her if he ever woke up. The nurse told Jiang Mingyu that Tao Zhai seems to be accompanying her mother. Jiang Mingyu got up as long as the nurse finishes her sentence. The nurse warned him not get up and run. He immediately apologizes and continues to run to the brain department. Jiang Mingyu finally found the room where Tao Zhai was in and where his aunt was admitted. Jiang Mingyu immediately opens the door and asks Tao Zhai if his aunt were all right. Tao Zhai confirms that her mother was fine and told Jiang Mingyu not to worry. Tao Zhai told Jiang Mingyu that his aunt has a concussion and have some injuries, so the doctor said that his aunt needs to be hospitalized 2 days for observation. Jiang Mingyu blames himself for what Tao Zhai and her mother had suffered and that they had to through all of that because of him. Tao Zhai assures her brother Jiang Mingyu that they are all right, and it's fine, but Tao Zhai told Jiang Mingyu that their house is gone, but it's great that they're safe. Jiang Mingyu was in relief after hearing what Tao Zhai said. Jiang Mingyu quickly realizes what Tao Zhai said about their house being gone. Jiang Mingyu shouts and could not believe that their house is gone. Jiang Mingyu looks at Tao Zhai scared and asks if the house was destroyed by him when he fought the B-rank leader. Tao Zhai looked at him and said that he has not helped his family live a better life and still let her and her mother fall into danger. Tao Zhai told him that if he wants to fight, he should know that he needs to fight outside. So, after Jiang Mingyu had fought inside the house, their house has been destroyed and they don't have a place to live and they still haven't paid the medical bills, so they might get chased out of the hospital. Jiang Mingyu told Tao Zhai that he will go to the housing agency to rent a house and will also pay the medical bill. Tao Zhai told Jiang Mingyu that she brought him a bag that have her clothes so he can change. Tao Zhai told Jiang Mingyu to change clothes because his clothes were all torn up due to the fight he had in the house. Jiang Mingyu asks Tao Zhai to take care of her mother and he will come back to change shift with her after he rents a house. Tao Zhai told Jiang Ming to find a cheaper one and don't care if the house is small. Jiang Mingyu thought that a fight can really cost him money and wonders if yesterday's dungeon resource that were collected should be sold already. Jiang Mingyu remembered that Sui Yuting said that he gained at least 600,000. Jiang Mingyu opened his cell phone and looked at his bank account and saw 750,000 were sent to his account. There's a note saying the extra 150,000 is there thanks to Jiang Mingyu, said by Sui Yuting. Jiang Mingyu thinks it is a great opportunity, but he remembers that he still has a 3.5 million debt to pay. Jiang Mingyu could not believe that he had really defeated the assassin that the Dechuan family has sent to kill him and does not feel like real to him because his memory is blurry during the fight. As he was walking, a person came up to him and asked him if he was Jiang Mingyu and asked the person who might they be. The girl introduced herself and told Jiang Mingyu that she's from the Tiger Ben Guild and the guild leader, Lai Yiwen, who personally came to see him. Jiang Mingyu asked him if they know each other because he has been forgetting recently due to the situation that happened last time and does not remember many things. Lai Yiwen smiled and told Jiang Mingyu that they haven't met before. Lai Yiwen asks Jiang Mingyu if they can go find a quiet place because she has something to chat with him. Jiang Mingyu looks at Lai Yiwen and quickly agrees with her. Jiang Mingyu told Lai Yiwen that the place they went to is quiet enough and jokingly said that it was suitable enough to talk about love. Lai Yiwen thinks Jiang Mingyu was humorous. Jiang Mingyu laughs off and goes to the points and asks Lai Yiwen why she came to personally find her a not well-known hunter and thinks that she wants to recruit him for their guild. He asked Lai Yiwen if what she's after or has the Dechuan family has also sent her. Lai Yiwen quickly denies that their Tiger Ben guild does not have any relationship to the Dechuan family and told Jiang Mingyu that he was well known. Jiang Mingyu was known as among the new awakened player. Even though he got an E rank certificate, he has defeated the dark horse of the player's exam, which is the Dechuan standard. Lai Yiwen thought that Jiang Mingyu was amazing for killing a B rank player that the Dechuan family has sent, and told him that not many know about the battle, but sooner or later the information will spread and he will likely be talked about again. Lai Yiwen added that the Dechuan family lost their pride twice because of Jiang Mingyu, so she thinks the Dechuan family won't let him off easily. Jiang Mingyu eats the banana as Lai Yiwen was talking. Lai Yiwen told Jiang Mingyu to listen to her before he eats. Lai Yiwen told Jiang Mingyu that the Dechuan's family backing his organization named Miracle at mainly research on living things. Jiang Mingyu was curious when Lai Yiwen mentioned the organization called Miracle. A man walked out the car as they have arrived in the place. The servant told the minister that according to the sources given by their member, Jiang Mingyu was sent to the hospital they went. The minister told his servant to bring him to Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu asks Lai Yiwen how he is related to the organization Miracle, and could not believe if the organization wants to help the Dechuan family to cause trouble for him. Lai Yiwen told Jiang Mingyu that the Miracle organization focuses on research about player and monster's ability, and Jiang Mingyu's ability can likely attract the organization's attention. Jiang Mingyu curiously asks Lai Yiwen why she knew all this information. Lai Yiwen said that as a warrior player he can use magic spell, and from Jiang Mingyu's status and battle they could come up with a conclusion. Jiang Mingyu asks her what was she really after, and Lai Yiwen told Jiang Mingyu to join them. Lai Yiwen personally said to Jiang Mingyu that the Tiger Ben guild is officially recruiting him. Lai Yiwen told Jiang Mingyu that if he joins their guild, he will receive rewards from the dungeon and will also get his family a temporary place to stay. Jiang Mingyu thought and wonders that the condition of Lai Yiwen was not bad, and they also got a free house to stay with his family. Someone interrupts them as Jiang Mingyu was thinking if it was the best choice. The men who interrupted them greeted Jiang Mingyu. Lai Yiwen asks the guys who are that and why they are looking for Jiang Mingyu. The man said that they came from the Miracle organization and he was an Asia Department Z country's person in charge and came to pass the organization's message to Jiang Mingyu. Jiang Mingyu was ready to fight as he knows that the Miracle organization is Dechuan's backing force. Jiang Mingyu told them that if they want to cause trouble, they got to change to another place. The man affirmed Jiang Mingyu that they were not his enemy and told him not to worry. Lai Yiwen and Jiang Mingyu looked at the man when he was telling them that he hopes everyone can become friend and work for the organization together. Lai Yiwen immediately told them that Jiang Mingyu is their guild's people and stop dreaming of recruiting Jiang Mingyu. The man smirked as he told Lai Yiwen that she does not have to get mad because Jiang Mingyu has not agreed to join their clan yet. Jiang Mingyu told them that he indeed has not decided to join the Tiger Ben guild and thought he was amazing because two organizations has come to recruit him in one day. The man told Jiang Mingyu to come at them since he's still considering which guild to join and affirms him that his situation and circumstances does not mean anything to him. The man told Jiang Mingyu about his debt and how they can pay it first when he joins them. Lai Yiwen that the man is all about money, and that they can also pay the debt of Jiang Mingyu if they raid a few more dungeons and get many rewards. The man bluffed and mocked Lai Yiwen how many dungeons do they have to raid to get the 3.5 million that Jiang Mingyu owned. Lai Yiwen was surprised that Jiang Mingyu has owned so much money even though he was just a kid. Jiang Mingyu laughs off as she did not ask him how much he owned. The man gave a card to Jiang Mingyu to show sincerity. A card that is given as a luxurious apartment that he and his family members can live for free and can move anytime he wants. Jiang Mingyu thought the guy was joking because he had only given him a card. The servant shouts at Jiang Mingyu as he does not know that a mansion does not use key to open the door and told him stop saying embarrassing things. Lai Yiwen praises the organization. She told them that they were generous and told them that even if their condition is not as good as what they offer, they can help solve Jiang Mingyu's problems. Lai Yiwen told them that she thinks Jiang Mingyu would not pick them just because of the condition. The man bluffed to Lai Yiwen as he saw how Jiang Mingyu seems to be happy about the condition that they offered him. Lai Yiwen asked Jiang Mingyu if he has thrown away his brain quickly after hearing the condition and seems to be agreeing to what the man had said. Lai Yiwen told the organization Miracle to just give up on recruiting Jiang Mingyu because everyone knows that they work for the Dechuan family, and recruiting Jiang Mingyu is a trap, and Jiang Mingyu agreeing to them is like going into a tiger's den as a sheep. The man told them that they understand the situation Jiang Mingyu was in, the Dechuan's family grudge on him. He told them that he thinks that it's just a small misunderstanding, and if Jiang Mingyu join them, they will help resolve the issue and the Dechuan family won't find him. Jiang Mingyu thought that if he can't handle the Dechuan family, he can't live in the city peacefully, and if the problem can be resolved by the miracle, then he will have no problems even if it's temporary. Lai Yiwen asks Jiang Mingyu if he already has decided and told them that they can also protect his family members. Jiang Mingyu have decided and told the miracle organization that he will join them.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Leave a comment for the next part, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.